Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. We are getting ready for game number 2 of this Tuesday afternoon doubleheader between Montreat College and Trinity Baptist College. Montreat won the opener 5-2 with a 3-run 5th-inning rally. Ryan Parada will lead things off in game number 2. He was instrumental. He was Montreat's player of the game in game 1, 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored, and he's going to get things started here in game number 2 facing Michael Camacho, and the first pitch is down low for a strike. Michael Camacho getting his first start of the season, 10th appearance, total of 8 innings pitched, 5 earned runs allowed during that time. 1 ball, no strikes. Parada digs in, and the pitch is on the way for a strike. David Quevedo was TBC's player of the game, had himself a solo home run plus another base hit, and scored both of the TBC Eagles runs in the opener that started at 11 a.m. this morning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way is a curveball that catches the outside corner for strike 2. Parada came into today's ball game hitting .351. That will go up a little bit with a 2 for 4 performance in game number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parada digs in, and the pitch from Camacho is low and outside. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, the cameraman here for Trinity Baptist College Athletics. Absolutely gorgeous Tuesday afternoon. The wind has been on and off and changing directions all throughout the day. Right now it's blowing back the way it was a little earlier from the third base dugout straight across to the first base dugout as that pitch is in the dirt and fills up the count at 3-2. It's been fussy, that wind. No telling what it's going to do throughout the rest of the ball game. We're about 72 degrees and it should stay that way for the duration. Line drive towards left. Christian Amlog cannot get there, and it bounces over his head. So Parada has a base hit, and he's going to pull up into second with a leadoff double. And Montreat, who got the leadoff man aboard in 5 of the 7 innings earlier, have done it once again with that leadoff base hit by Ryan Parada that he stretched into a double. I'll write the recaps of these 2 ball games probably tomorrow morning. I'm going to be right here on this field for a long time into the evening as Trinity Christian Academy is also playing here tonight. And I'll be doing that ball game on Facebook Live, TCA Conquerors Athletics. So most likely I'll get the recaps of this game up on TBCEagles.com Wednesday morning. It's my spring break too, so I have the opportunity to do that. We've seen trouble with the second base bag earlier this season and a little more housekeeping duty. That'll give us a chance to give you the batting order. Ryan Parada, you just saw lead off with a double. He's playing shortstop. Aaron Tackix in left field bats second. Peyton Whitehead doing the catching in game 2. He bats third. Alexander Soto, the cleanup man, in right. Matt Oster, the DH, will bat 5th. Caleb Henderson at second base is number 6. Center fielder Dylan Haskell will bat 7th. Bo Fricks bats 8th and plays third base. And Cole Campanile will play first base. Our first look at him here this afternoon. Fastball from Camacho to Aaron Tackix. Outside for ball 1. Aaron had 2 hits and 4 trips to the plate. Drove in a run in the 6th with a double. Singled and scored in the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way is a changeup that misses outside. So Montreat in the opener got a run in the 1st, 3 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th for their total of 5 as this pitch misses low. And Camacho down 3 balls, no strikes. Trinity Baptist got the solo shot from Quevedo in the 2nd. And Quevedo scored on the base hit from Christian Amlong in the 4th. Game 2 just underway. Parada led off with a double and a good rip by Tackix. He fouls it off, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Good to say hello to former Eagle and Trinity Baptist College graduate A.J. Alexo. Got to see him between ball games. There's a high fly ball, well hit towards center. Lopez giving chase. He will not get there. One hops the fence. Parada rounds third. He will score. And an RBI double for Aaron Takix gives Montreat a 1-0 lead. Lopez had to go a long way. Came close to it, but just out of his reach. And back-to-back doubles by Parada and Takix have opened up the ball game, and Montreat leads 1-0. Peyton Whitehead at the plate. Scored a run in that 5th inning, reached on an error, got credit for a sacrifice bunt, and the overthrow allowed him to reach base, take second, and end up scoring. Camacho got the first pitch in the zone for strike one. 2 doubles open up the inning, and 1 run is in. No balls and a strike. Camacho delivers one in the dirt. Daniel Burnsed doing the catching in game number 2. Amlong in left, Lopez in center. Sanchez in right, just as we saw earlier. Give you the infield after this pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way is fouled straight back, making it 1-2. Sammy Crawford at third. Mark Rogers playing short. Jaron Sweeney at second base with Camacho on the mound. And DQ back at first. Burnsed behind the plate. Caleb Albritton will be the designated hitter for the Eagles once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. In the dirt. Blocked by Burnsed. Takix got a big jump as the ball hit the ground, but he retreated. Burnsed loves to throw the ball just as much as Almodovar does. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch from Camacho. High pop-up just behind the infield. A couple of men giving chase, and it will be caught in right by Sanchez for the first out. Brings up right fielder Alexander Soto. He drove in a couple of runs in the opener as well. A double in the first, a single in the 5th, brought runs home. Also drew a walk, so 2 for 3 officially in the doubleheader opener. A runner at second, 1 man out. Camacho checks the runner and delivers a breaking ball, hit hard into right. Sanchez heading back, still going back, makes the catch on the run. Takix will tag and take third, and the throw gets away, and that's going to allow another run to score. So that'll be a fly ball to right. Camacho made the catch for out number 2. Takix tagged, but the errant throw allows him to score, and Montreat leads 2-0. Now an appeal back towards second, just in case. Runner is safe. Oster at the plate. Base is empty, 2 men out. 1 for 4, got a base hit in the 7th. Camacho works from the stretch with the bases empty and gets the first pitch over the corner for strike 1. So no balls and a strike. And Camacho delivers the 0-1. Hard ground ball, foul down the third baseline. Pretty good turnout by the Cavaliers fans coming all the way down from North Carolina. Montreat, North Carolina is the home of the NAIA Montreat Cavaliers. Members of the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Matt Oster, no balls, 2 strikes. Camacho delivers a fastball in the dirt. With that win earlier today, Montreat now 11-10 on the season, 1-4 in conference play, but the NAIA opponents, as Trinity Baptist has noted, all very, very tough, especially in the Southeast. Well, they get to play baseball nearly year-round, especially here in Florida. The Sun Conference here in Florida, one of the best in the entire country. And there are a bunch of conferences in the NAIA. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That breaking ball missed outside. And Camacho delivers. Squibber right back to the box. Camacho fields, throws to first in time for the out. 2 runs, one of them earned, and nobody left. After a half inning of play, Montreat leads 2-0. Bottom of the first, and here's a batting order that Clem Marsilia will face. Marsilia getting the start for the Cavaliers. We'll tell you about him in just a minute. Center fielder Brian Lopez leads things off. Left fielder Christian Amlog will bat second. Carlos Sanchez will bat third. He's playing right. Caleb Albritton will be the DH, and the cleanup man, David Cavedo, at first base, bats fifth. Third baseman Sammy Coffrin is sixth. Mark Rogers getting a couple of starts today. He's batting seventh, playing short. Daniel Burnside, the catcher, bats eighth. And Jaron Sweeney on the second base. We was about to say on the mound. We saw him on the mound in game number 1. Got himself an inning pitch, and he's batting ninth, playing second base. The Eagles will face Clem Marsilia, making his 4th appearance, 3rd start on the season. A record of 1-1, a 5.40 ERA, 13 2/3 innings, 8 earned runs on 12 hits with 8 walks and 5 strikeouts. Brian Lopez is the first man that Marsilia will face, and his first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Hello once again to Regina Martin and Julia Stike-Leather. Mason Stike-Leather, the winner for Montreat earlier today. 5 very solid innings. Only 2 earned runs. And the 1-0. Lopez squared around a bunt and fouled it off. Mason Stike-Leather walked 1, struck out 4, allowed 5 hits to the Eagles. Jared Drayton got the save with a scoreless inning. In the 7th, he did give up 1 hit, but nothing else. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss as that ball dipped out of sight. So Montreat trying to complete the sweep. Trinity Baptist now looking to earn a split. The 1-2 from Marsilia. High fly ball over on the right side, right on top of the foul line, and making the catch is Cole Campanile. And that is out number 1. Did not see Campanile in game number 1. So when he comes up to the plate, we'll let you know how he's done so far this season. Christian Amlog, the Eagles left fielder, had himself an RBI single earlier today. 1 for 2, also drew a walk. And he takes the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Marsilia delivers, and this one is fouled back. Now some good news about Christian Draper, the Eagles' first baseman who was injured in the 7th inning of the first ball game on Saturday. Lisan Cintron says Christian is doing well and probably be back on the field before too long. Not with the team today, as strike 3 on Amlog puts out number 2 on the board. Christian, we wish you well. Hope to see you back here when the Eagles return to the home field, and hopefully you'll be able to travel to the EC Bash coming up beginning March 20th. 2 outs. Here's Carlos Sanchez. In fact, before then, Christian, we hope you're able to go up to Voorhees College this weekend for that 3-game series in Denmark, South Carolina. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanchez, the Eagles right fielder at the plate. 0 for 4 in game 1, and he takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Had a couple of strikeouts, a couple of ground balls to the third baseman. The 1-1 from Marcelia. Slow roller. Marcelia will cover. And the flip to first is in time. Cole Campanile makes the play, and that is out number 3. So 3-1 on the putout. Eagles go down in order in the first, and after 1, Montreat leads it 2-0. Top of the second, the Cavaliers got back-to-back doubles from Ryan Parada and Aaron Takix to open up the ball game. Ended up scoring both those men, and they lead 2-0 as we start inning number 2. Caleb Henderson leads things off. He was 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1. Henderson, Haskell, and Fricks, and the first pitch from Camacho, chopped foul, hit hard down the right field line. And that is strike 1. So Camacho gets the first pitch for a strike on the foul ball and delivers the 0-1. Strike 2 on the corner at the knees, well placed. And ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Lopez playing the hitter slightly to pull. Henderson, the left-handed hitter, hit the ball to the left side throughout game number 1. That one missed low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Camacho winds. Slow delivery, now the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Number 1 for Michael Camacho. Leadoff hitter retired. Again, the Cavaliers, and now 9 innings, put the leadoff man aboard 6 times. Counting that first out here in inning number 2. Dylan Haskell, the center fielder, at the plate. Camacho delivers and misses low and outside. Haskell was 2 for 3. Base hit to left and 1 into center. Also reached on an error in game number 1. The 1-0 rather, and a line drive, base hit into left, and Haskell is aboard. As Cavaliers make contact, put the ball in play, good things usually do happen. Bo Fricks at the plate, runner at first, 1 out. Earlier today, had himself a base hit and a run scored in 4 trips to the plate. Started to show bunt, pulled back as if to swing, and then took one down in the dirt. Nice block by Daniel Burnshead to keep the runner at first. Haskell got a nice jump on the secondary lead. Took another hop when he saw the ball down low. Burnshead has a very good, accurate arm. The 1-0. Curve ball, line drive, fair ball down the left field line. Haskell will around third. He is going to try to score. The throw will not be made, and the Cavaliers lead 3-0. That ball right down the line, out of the reach of a diving Sammy Coffrin. And Haskell comes all the way around from first with run number 3. Cole Campanile at the plate for the first time today. He is 2 for 14 with 2 runs driven in on the season, and he has a chance to tack on one more. Runner at second, 1 out. Pitch on the way is a strike on the outside corner. 4 hits now for Montreat, 3 of them for doubles. 1 strike pitch, swing and a miss, and the hitter on top of it as he pulled out just a little bit. So the 0-2. Sweeney holding the runner at second, opening up a gap on the right side, bounces back into position, a ground ball towards the hole. Rogers backhands, throws to first, and it gets by Quevedo, and another run will score, and Quevedo will hold up his hands as the ball gets caught up in the fence. Well, Fricks will score on the overthrow. That'll be an error charged to Rogers. Second error committed by the Eagles, and it brings up Ryan Parada, who doubled and scored in the first. And a wild pitch is going to allow the runner Campanile to advance. Now, Montreat has a runner at third with 1 man out. All 4 Eagles infielders come in on the grass. The 1-0. Line drive, base hit into center. Campanile will score, and it is 5-0. So the RBI base hit from Parada. Looks like he wants to be player of the game twice today. Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. 1 out, runner at first, 3 runs are in. We'll be back in just a bit on TBC Eagles. Will Van Sickle takes over for Michael Camacho, an inning and a third. 5 runs and responsible for the runner at first. 3 of those runs earned. Van Sickle inherits a runner at first and 1 out, and the first pitch on the way. Snap throw back towards first, and the runner's back in time. Aaron Takix had an RBI double in the second. Got the ball very close to the outfield fence. One-hopped it in left center. Brought home Parada, who just got his second hit of the ball game, and a swing and a miss, and Takix was looking to go downtown with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball catches the outside corner. So Van Sickle gets ahead, 1-2. We saw Ben Van Sickle in game number 1. Here's Will, both from Paxson High School here in Jacksonville. And the pitch, fastball, tried to get the hitter to chase, but Tackix did not offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice lead off first by Parada. Pitch on the way. Curveball lifted high into center field. Lopez is there, and that is out number 2. So 2 outs. Parada at first. Here's the catcher, Peyton Whitehead. Popped up to the right fielder just behind the infield dirt in the first inning. So 2 outs with the runner at first. Runner's on the move, curveball, and Burnstead lost control. Had a chance at the runner. That's a stolen base for Ryan Parada. He stole one in game number 1 also. And Parada now 6 out of 7 in stolen bases this season. Fastball misses up high, count even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1, Parada dancing off second. The pitch to Whitehurt is fouled out of play. So Van Sickle ahead 1-2 with 2 outs. Just go get the batter. Van Sickle back on the mound. Whitehead digs in. The 1-2 in the dirt and blocked by Burnstead. Two balls, 2 strikes. Van Sickle checks the runner and delivers. Whitehead able to lunge and get the bat on the ball. Tried to hold up and then saw that it was going to be a strike. Gave it a nice little flinch. Made contact to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Curveball popped up. And that is going to be right back over the bleachers. So we'll have another 2-2 offering coming from Will Van Sickle. Parada getting a good lead off second, nothing excessive. And the 2-2 curveball misses up high. So a payoff pitch. And here comes the 3-2. Hard ground ball towards second, right at Jaron Sweeney. Soft toss to first to end the inning. Ball hit hard, but out number 3. Van Sickle comes in and gets the 2 men he faces. We go to the bottom of the second. Montreat leads 5-0. Caleb Albritton, David Cavedo, Sammy Coffrin, the heart of the batting order, batting in the bottom of the second. Clem Marsilia had one strikeout in a perfect top or bottom half of the first. Spring training action underway. In the fourth, Detroit leads Boston 2-0. Marlins 2, Mets 0. That game also in the fourth. Caleb Albritton leads off for the Eagles in the bottom half of the second. 5-0, Montreat leads first pitch downstairs for ball one. One ball, no strikes. And this one catches the knees for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Marsilia delivers a curveball that misses low and inside. 2-1, Albritton ahead, and the pitch. Slow roller towards third and foul. Clem Marsilia, a freshman from St. Petersburg here in Florida, stands at 5'11", 170 pounds. Third start of the season, record of 1-1, and the 2-2 on the way. Strike three right down the middle, and that is out number one. Second strikeout for Marsilia, and it brings up David Cavedo. DQ 2 for 3, a homer, a base hit, 2 runs scored in game number one. Marsilia with the first pitch. A little bit down low. One ball, no strikes. And pitch on the way. And that one fouled off to the right side to even up the count. So 1-1. Cavedo had a pretty good opener. Looking to do some more damage here in the nightcap. The 1-1. Fastball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles go to Voorhees College Friday, 3 p.m., 9-inning ball game, and then a doubleheader at 12 noon on Saturday. Here is the 2-1. This one called a strike on the corner. Two balls, 2 strikes. Eagles batting in the bottom of the second, 1 out, bases empty. Curveball, Cavedo grounds it towards short. Parada fields and throws a little low, but dug up by Campanile, and that's out number 2. Sammy Coffrin steps up to the plate, the Eagles' third baseman. 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 6th inning of game 1. Hello, Jason Sizemore, on his way back from Charlotte. Father of Eagles pitcher Logan Sizemore, checking us out on the YouTube feed. 1 ball, no strikes. Marsilia winds and delivers. Catches the inside corner. Both umpires have been generous on the corners to both teams throughout 1+ ball games. They've been consistent. That's what you want the most. Here's the 1-1. Curveball rolled toward the left side. Picked up by Fricks. Throw to first. On target and in time. 2 perfect innings for Clem Marsilia after 2. Montreat leads it 5-0. Top of the third, and Alexander Soto will lead things off, followed by Matt Oster and Caleb Henderson. 5-0 Cavaliers lead. They got 2 in the first and 3 in the second. Will Van Sickle took over in relief of Camacho last inning, got the only 2 men he faced, and the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. In case you missed it, Montreat won the opener 5-2. Here's a pitch on the way, swing and a miss. So the count even at 1-1. Van Sickle works exclusively from the stretch, and a good hard fastball by the young right-hander. So 1-2. Soto flew out to right his first time. Pitch on the way. Van Sickle looked like he tried to overthrow that one and missed low and outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's the first for Will Van Sickle. Matt Oster steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher. That ended the first inning. Will Van Sickle ready with the first pitch to Oster. Curveball in there for a strike. Will's looked pretty sharp through his first 3 hitters. Throwing hard and has a good breaking ball. Keep it up, Will. Here's the 0-1. High pop fly. And right over my head. I lost sight of the ball. I had no idea where that was, and I heard it drop right behind the bleachers. That went straight back over my head, judging from where I heard the pop on the ground. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Curveball, but in the dirt. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind is howling now down the right field line. At the moment, it'll help a left-handed hitter, but it's been fussy all day. Line drive toward the gap. That's a base hit. Lopez will cut it off and keep the hitter to a single. Good, hard, clean single for Matt Oster. First hit allowed by Van Sickle. Runner at first, 1 out. Second baseman Caleb Henderson went down on strikes his first time up. Time called. Oster, a little equipment adjustment on first base. Now we're ready. Van Sickle's first pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Burnstead. It got away from him, but Oster was already headed back towards first. Pirates 4, Twins 3 in the 5th. Braves lead the Cardinals 3-0. Of course, these ball games don't mean a thing. The 1-0, and this one misses up and away. Still in the first half of March, so the players just really getting back into the groove. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Good fastball right on the corner. Two and 1 out, runner at first. High pop foul and out of play. Jaron Sweeney, the second baseman, shading the hitter up the middle, and with DQ holding the runner, that's a huge gap on the ground on the right side. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, a breaking ball. Henderson just able to make contact. Looked like he was fooled, but a little flick of the wrist kept his hands back and was able to foul one off. So we'll have another 2-2. A long look in. And the pitch. Fastball downstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Coach Beck has the runner in motion with 1 out. Coach Jason Beck, 3rd season, leading the Cavaliers. Here's the 3-2. Runner not going. High fly ball into left. Amlog has to come in for it. The wind knocked that one down a bit, and that is out number 2. Dylan Haskell singled and scored in the 2nd. He came around from first base on the double from Bo Fricks. And Fricks is waiting for another chance on deck. There are 2 outs. Goes to the runner at first. Fastball misses low and outside. One ball, no strikes. High fly ball towards center. Lopez toward the gap, puts it away, and that ends the inning. A hit and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Montreat 5, Eagles nothing. Clem Marcelia has pitched 2 perfect innings so far. So in the bottom of the 3rd, the bottom 3rd of the batting order, Mark Rogers, Daniel Burnsed, and Jaron Sweeney will be the 3 scheduled hitters. Marcelia has struck out 2. 5-0, Montreat leads. Eagles looking to rally. Wind is really picked up now, blowing toward that right field corner. Marcelia takes his time, now delivers. First pitch right down the middle. No balls and a strike. And a pitch. Curveball lifted toward the gap. Rogers, though, got under it, and that's an easy put out for the right fielder, Alexander Soto. 1 away. Daniel Burnsed at the plate. He got a pinch hitting opportunity in the opener. Drew a walk. So no official at-bat so far today. Rogers, whom we just saw, was 1 for 2 plus a walk in game 1. And the first pitch hit hard, but a ground ball right at the first baseman, Campanile, and he will step on the bag for the 1 pitch out. 2 quick outs for Clem Marcelia, and it brings up the Eagles' second baseman, Jaron Sweeney. Jaron's action in game 1 was 1 inning pitched on the mound. That came in the top of the 7th. He allowed a hit, but nothing else. First at bat of the day, and he squares around and bunts right through it. So no balls and a strike. And the 0-1 from Marsilia. Line drive, slicing away from the center fielder. That is down for a base hit. Nothing Haskell could do about that. Eagles have their first base runner on the single from Jaron Sweeney. And it brings up Brian Lopez with a runner at first, 2 men out. Sweeney came in hitting 140, but he's made some good contact, and that line drive was hit very solidly. So good speed at first, and he has a huge lead. Lopez at the plate. High pop-up. He got under it. And the center fielder will make the catch. Haskell had a little trouble battling the sun as he was charging in, looking right into the sun. But he puts it away to end the inning. A quick inning. The Eagles do get a hit, leave 1, and after 3, Montreat 5, TBC nothing. Top of the 4th, Montreat leads 5-0. Jordan Broden has come on to pitch for Coach John Copeland. Jordan Broden, a junior from Duval Charter High School here in Jacksonville, takes over for Will Van Sickle, who did a terrific job, 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, nothing else, and he struck out 1. Bo Fricks had an RBI double in the 2nd. He leads off the 4th. Broden with the pitch and a good fastball, but misses outside for ball 1. We see Jordan do a lot of courtesy running. Plays outfield as well. Throws pretty hard, and he gets that fastball in for a strike. Camacho started, Van Sickle relieved, and now Broden. Little change of pace. That almost looked a little like a knuckleball. Fricks cued that right off the end of the bat. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broden ahead in the count. And a pitch. And a changeup outside and fouled off. So 1 2. And Broden once again working quickly, and another knuckleball, and this one has popped up. Sweeney, high sky to look at, but he's there to make the catch. Don't remember seeing a knuckleball come out of Jordan Broden's hand before. Maybe he knows something I don't. He's been working on it. If he's thrown it, I haven't recognized it before. That one looked good. Cole Campanile reached on an error, ended up scoring a run in the 2nd. So 1 out, base is empty. Number 9 hitter, first baseman Campanile, and a pitch. Good fastball after a couple of knucklers. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Broden. That one a curveball. Broden looking really good in his first 1+ batters. He's mixed it up well. Fastball, off speed, a knuckler, and there's another knuckleball, and that is strike 3. Burnside will make the toss, but the batter had given himself up already. That'll still go as a K2-3 on the putout. Nice job so far by Broden. Let's hope he can keep it going, but tough task with this man at the plate, Ryan Parada. He's been on base almost every time up in both games today. So far this game, 2 for 2, a run scored, an RBI, and a stolen base. Foul tip on the first pitch, and a nice leap by Jordan Broden. Didn't get the ball, however. Ryan Parada came in a hot hitter, has continued it here so far today. Broden from the stretch. This changeup missed up high. So a ball and a strike. And the right-hander delivers. Hard ground ball towards first. Quevedo fields it, steps on the bag, and a 1-2-3 inning for the junior Jordan Broden. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-0 Montreat. Bottom of the 4th, the Eagles have 1 hit and trail 5-0. Clem Marsilia has struck out 2 and not walked a batter. He will have hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up. Christian Amlong, Carlos Sanchez, and Caleb Albritton. At the moment, not much wind, but again, that's been off and on all day and changing directions on us also. Amlong had a couple of hits and an RBI in the opener. Went down on strikes. His first at-bat here in Game 2. Rays and Blue Jays, no score in the 6th. Tell you who's playing out in Arizona in just a little bit. 5-0 Montreat leads, and the first pitch of the inning. High pop fly, shallow center. That is going to be caught. Haskell staying with it, and that is out number 1. Sanchez grounded out to the first baseman on a 3-1 putout to end the first inning. White Sox will be at Kansas City. Then their other split squad will host Seattle. First pitch on the way, hit hard right at Parada, a couple of hops and a high throw. However, Campanile leaps up high, makes the catch, and steps on the bag. So 2 outs. And Albritton at the plate. Called out on strikes to open the 2nd. Wind starting to pick up again, blowing out toward the right field corner, and Albritton takes the first pitch outside corner for strike 1. Astros and the Nationals, an evening game beginning at 6:30, and the pitch on the way, a breaking ball hit hard, but a nice play and a throw to first in time. Caleb Henderson lost the ball for a moment but kept it in front of him, recovered in time to get the out at first. And Clem Marsilia cruising through 4 on just 1 hit. We go to the 5th. Montreat 5, Trinity nothing. We go to the top of the fifth, a 5-0 lead for the Cavaliers. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Robert Buster Herrera, the new pitcher for Trinity Baptist. Jordan Broden had a perfect inning in which he struck out 1, threw 4 different pitches to 3 batters, and really looked good. Coach Copeland giving some guys an opportunity to get some work on the mound. Here is Robert Buster Herrera, and he will face Aaron Takix, Peyton Whitehead, and Alexander Soto. Danny Rosario has also taken over at third base in place of Sammy Coffrin. That's the only other change I see right now, unless that is Coffrin out and right. We're going to check and make sure. I believe that is Coffrin, who has gone to right field. Carlos Sanchez appears to have come out of the game. We might see him on the mound as a re-entry a little bit later. So as it stands, Danny Rosario now in the number 3 hole, playing third base here in the top of the 6th. Coffrin out in right field. Takix at the plate, swings and fouls it off. An RBI double in the first and a fly ball to center in the second. I was really impressed with the way Will Van Sickle and Jordan Broden threw the ball. Now Herrera, no balls and a strike. This one in the dirt. One ball, one strike. Buster Herrera from the Inspiration Academy here in Jacksonville, one of the many freshmen on the roster, and a pitch on the way is hit hard towards center. Lopez started to go back and then charges in and makes the play. Well hit line drive. Lopez, one of the best in the league in center, tracks it down for the out. Whitehead at the plate. He has popped up and grounded to second. Herrera gets the first man he faces. And Whitehead steps in. And this one bounces and ball 1. All the pitchers we've seen so far have worked very quickly. There is action in the Cavaliers bullpen, so we'll see if Clem Marsilia comes out for the 5th inning. So far, he has gone 4. That qualifies for the win if the score holds true. Here's the pitch on the way, and a good hard fastball by Herrera. 1 ball, 1 strike. Herrera looks in, delivers a 1-1, a curveball, no, just a little bit high. So the 2-ball, 1 strike pitch coming from Buster. His name is Robert, likes to be called Buster. His father's name, Robert, also. Here's a 2-1, And a hard fastball that misses up high. Three balls, one strike. Herrera takes a long look in. Now ready with the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Looked like Whitehead was taking all the way. Payoff pitch, Soto and Oster, the next two scheduled hitters for Montreat College. A lot of room down the left field line. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball four, misses a little bit high. Herrera's throwing hard, but that one missed. His first walk, one out. Alexander Soto at the plate, 0 for 2, a fly ball to the right fielder, and a strikeout. So runner at first, one man out. Herrera wants a new set of signs, now ready, and the first pitch. Fastball blooped into shallow right, that's going to drop. Coffrin picks it up and holds the runners where they are. A little blooper results in a base hit for Soto, his first hit of the game. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. Heading out there to second base to take over will be Will Price. We saw him pitch a little bit in game number 1, and he did a terrific job. That's the first hit allowed by Herrera. Runners at first and second. One out, and the first pitch fouled right back into your screen. Price got a nice hand from the dugout as he trotted out there to second base. By the way he pitched earlier today, he deserved that hand. 1 inning, 1 walk. Nothing else, though. Really good off-speed stuff from Price. And the 0-1 on the way is a fastball up high. Then Jared Drayton came in, threw some heat, and got the save. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice lead off second by Price, and the pitch in the dirt. Price got a few hops, but head back towards second base. Action in the Eagles bullpen. Might be Sanchez. He came out of right field. Many times when he does, he warms up and we see him on the mound not too long afterward. The 2-1 on the way. Fastball drilled towards left, way back. Amlong, though, is going to track it down right in front of the fence. There wasn't much wind, as we spoke of. That one looked like it had a chance, but it stayed in the park, and a nice job by Amlong. That is out number 2. Very well hit off the bat of Matt Oster. Here's Caleb Henderson. He's 0 for 2. Oster gave that one a ride, and for a moment it looked very good. 2 on, 2 out, and the pitch on the way. A curveball in there for a strike. Looks like we're having a pinch hitter now for Caleb Henderson. That is correct. Noah Medina now at the plate. No balls and a strike, and a pitch on the way. A curveball breaks a little too soon. No ball, or check that, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball right by the hitter. Medina chased one a little bit high, and it's 1-2. Herrera now a chance to get out of the inning. And he is ready. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, got him. Climbed the ladder, got the hitter to chase, and that retires a side. Herrera throwing hard here in the 5th. He walks one and gives up a hit. Leaves 2 men stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles, though, trail 5-0. Bottom of the fifth, a very fast-paced ball game. 5-0 in favor of the Cavaliers. David Quevedo, Sammy Coffrin, Mark Rogers are the scheduled hitters. 5, 6, and 7 for the Eagles, facing Clem Marsilia. 1 hit and 2 strikeouts, and that's been it that he has allowed through 4 innings of work. Quevedo grounded to the shortstop his first time up. First pitch from Marsilia, curveball, chopper off the glove of the pitcher. It's going to be a close play at first. Throw is in time. Nice job by the second baseman. That is Parada, who moved over to second as Noah Medina stayed in the ball game in place of Caleb Henderson, whom he pinch hit for. Parada moved over to second base. And a nice job by Parada, who's done it with the glove and the bat all day long. 1 out for Sammy Coffrin. Squares around a bunt, lays it down, and that's going to be a base hit for Coffrin. Would have been a close play at first. Fricks could not pick it up. So the Eagles have a base runner with 1 out, and Mark Rogers steps up to the plate. He had a pop-up to shallow right his first time. That's only hit number 2 that Marsilia has given up. And Coffrin bunts his way aboard. So only once has Marsilia had to work from the stretch. Let's see how he does here in the 5th. Fastball misses down low. The only other hit he allowed, line drive from Sweeney with 2 outs in the 3rd. So he hasn't been in the stretch very much. Just 1 hitter so far, now his 2nd. Here's the 1-0, and a fastball misses up high. In fact, he threw 1 pitch from the stretch as he got the next batter on the first pitch. Two balls, no strikes. Rogers at the plate, and a pitch on the way, misses low for ball 3. So Rogers probably in take mode, up 3 balls, no strikes. Long look in from Marsilia, now the pitch. There's a strike. Rogers taking all the way. Action in both bullpens. Can't see the Eagles pitcher's mound in the pen. And a pitch on the way, and this one is sliced foul. Victor Hughes is up and throwing. Now his name is crossed off the roster, but there's a number 10 throwing in the bullpen. Have to see if that is Victor Hughes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners on the move, ground ball right back to the box. Marsilia thought about going to second, lost the ball, but he got the out at first. So it goes as a simple 1-3 in the book. And Coffrin moves into scoring position for the catcher, Daniel Burnsett. He rolled out to the first baseman, his only trip so far. Well, moving the runner may have kept the inning alive. Marsilia was trying to fire towards second and hoped to get 2, but he got the out at first. 2 outs, runner at second, first pitch, curveball, and a beauty. No balls and a strike. Big gap in right center field. Soto playing a little close to the line, not too much. The 0-1 on the way from Marsilia. Another curveball. Burnsett fouls this one off. So Marsilia well ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Well, the weather out here just keeps getting nicer and nicer as we go through the mid portion of the afternoon. About 73 degrees. Wind off and on, nothing but bright blue skies and sunshine. Here's the 0-2. This one, strike three called on the outside corner. Burnside disagrees, but that ends the inning. He thought that pitch was a little outside. Marsilia gets his third strikeout, a bunt single and a man left at second. After 5, it's 5-0 Cavaliers. Top of the 6th, and Brandon Dean has come on in relief, the 5th pitcher for the Eagles. Again, Coach Copeland giving some of his pitchers a chance to get an inning or so on the mound as they get ready to head up to Voorhees College and then to Marietta, Georgia to participate in the EC College Bash for March 20th through the 22nd. So a lot of ball games coming up for the Eagles starting this coming Friday. Camacho started. Will Van Sickle, an inning and 2/3. Jordan Broden, Robert Herrera, each with one scoreless inning. Van Sickle, a scoreless inning and 2/3 as well. Haskell will lead off the top of the 6th, followed by Fricks and Campanile. So Brandon Dean on the mound. And he will have the bottom third of the batting order due up. Haskell is 1 for 2 with a run scored. And high fly ball on the first pitch, and that's easy for Lopez. 1 away. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Brandon Dean, and it brings up Bo Fricks, who was also 1 for 2 with a run scored, but he's driven in a run in addition. That RBI double scored Haskell in the 2nd. One pitch, 1 out, bases empty, and a curveball misses in the dirt. Montreat got 2 in the first, 3 in the second. That has been all the scoring as Clem Marsilia has been fantastic on the mound. 5 scoreless innings of 2 hit ball. One of those a bunt. 1 ball, no strikes. Dean working from the stretch. And a pitch on the way, misses upstairs. Count of 2-0. Brandon Dean from Colquitt County High School in Georgia. Another one of the many freshmen on this year's roster. A lot of youngsters on the TBC Eagles. Of course, they had their oldest class last year, graduated 7. Coach Copeland went out on the recruiting spree, brought in a lot of talented freshmen. Keep this team together, Coach. They're going to make some noise in the next couple of years. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty, top of the 6th. Pitch to Fricks, right down the middle. Good hard fastball from Dean. So the count now even at 2-2. And a pitch on the way, a breaking ball. Fricks did not go for it, and the count is full. Payoff pitch. Dean from the stretch. Pitch on the way, fastball, struck him out. Brandon Dean throwing some heat in the 6th. And it brings up Cole Campanile. He's 0 for 2, but he scored a run after reaching on an error in the 2nd. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch on the way, fastball right down the middle. No balls and a strike. And pitch on the way and a little bit low. Count of 1-1. Campanile ready and the pitch. This one misses in the dirt. Reminder that Montreat will have a home 3-game series against Milligan this Friday and Saturday. Single game at 2 on Friday and a doubleheader at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Then the Cavaliers go to Piedmont International University in Winston-Salem on the 18th. Foul tip off the catcher's mask and umpire's mask as well, and thank God for small favors. I thought that was Burnsed's mask that came off. That was a home plate umpire's. Cavaliers then have a bunch of home games. Friday, March 22nd and 23rd on Saturday against Bluefield. 26th, the doubleheader against Pikeville. And the 29th against Reinhardt, all at home, followed by a Saturday doubleheader at home against Reinhardt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burnside sets up outside, and Dean hits the mitt and gets the strike. And that ends the inning. All 9 Eagles and the batter, none of them realized that was strike 3 and out 3, but Brandon Dean strikes out 2 in the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cavaliers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Montreat leads 5-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Jaron Sweeney, Brian Lopez, Christian Amlog are the hitters, due up 9-1-2. Clem Marcelia back on the mound, 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Sweeney has one of those 2 hits, a very solid line drive into the right center field gap. That came with 2 outs in the 3rd. I don't notice any changes for the Cavaliers. So it looks like all 9 back where they started, and the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside. Looking ahead to the top of the 7th, that man again, Ryan Parada, will lead things off. Tackix and Whitehead to follow. The 1-0. Line drive, base hit. Jaron Sweeney with his 2nd hit of the ball game takes a big turn around first, and he'll stop right there. Tackick's got on the ball and got it back in quickly. Leadoff single for Sweeney and the Eagles. They need some more base runners as they send Brian Lopez to the plate. Still some action in the Cavaliers bullpen, but nothing looking too serious, just some soft tossing, close range. So Coach Beck sticking with Marsilia. Lopez squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball one low and inside. Told you about the Eagles heading to Voorhees. That bash in Marietta, Georgia, March 20th through the 22nd. Then they'll have a week off before South Carolina Beaufort comes to Trinity Ball-Yard. Lopez swings and fouls this one off. So you're up to date on the upcoming ball games for both our teams out here on the field. Later tonight, Baltimore at the Yankees down in Tampa. Padres and Reds out in Arizona. Rangers and Diamondbacks. The 1-1 on the way, a curveball. Lopez way out in front. Athletics are at the Padres. Brewers are at the Giants. Those last few ball games are night games out in Arizona, as is the Reds split squad at the Cubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Huge lead by Sweeney off first. Long look in. Now ready. Good fastball that tailed away from the hitter, and that is strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Marsilia. Christian Amlog at the plate. 1 out, runner at first. Amlog has struck out, popped up to the center fielder. 2 hits in game 1. First pitch on the way, a curveball, misses inside. Ball got away, but not far enough. One ball, no strikes. Another big lead off first by Sweeney. Defense not too concerned with a 5-run lead. High fly ball. This one is out of play. Marsilia doing what he should do, just going after the batter and trying to get some outs. The 1-1 coming to Amlong. Long look in. Now ready. Sweeney gets an extra step off first. And a pitch. Sweeney's on the move. Line drive. That's going to be a double play. Unassisted as that ball went right to Parada, who was covering second on a stolen base attempt. Eagles fans have seen that happen all season long. Frozen ropes caught, and that ends the inning. Line drive to the second baseman, and he applies a tag for the double play. A hit and nobody left after 6, 5-0 Montreat. Hard-throwing left-hander Caleb Albritton on the mound now for Trinity Baptist College. He's from Jacksonville, played at Edward Waters College last year, transferred over this year. and he will face the top of the order. Ryan Parada, who just made that unassisted double play, will lead it off. He's followed by Aaron Tackix and Peyton Whitehead, barring any changes by Coach Jason Beck. Hard line drive. Amlog drilled it. However, Parada was covering on the stolen base attempt, and that ball went right into his glove, and right about the same time he caught it, the runner Jaron Sweeney was there as well, so it was an easy 4 unassisted line drive double play. So Parada due to lead things off in the top of the 7th. Eagles bullpen has been terrific. 4 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Cavaliers got all 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but then Will Van Sickle, Jordan Broden, Robert Herrera, and Brandon Dean have given up very little. And if I have it correct, only 2 hits combined with 5 strikeouts and a walk. Al Britton trying to continue the trend out of the bullpen, and he gets the first pitch in for a strike. Parada 2 for 3, RBI and a run scored. Had 2 hits in game 1 as well. Earned player of the game honors for the Cavaliers. David Cavedo for the Eagles. I'm going to go ahead right now and name Clem Marcelia Montreat's player of the game. And so far, the Eagles bullpen combined players of the game for Trinity Baptist College. We'll see if Marcelia comes out to try to finish off the complete game and a chance at a shutout. Here's the pitch. Chopper back to the box. Al Britton leaps high, turns and fires for out number 1. I do not notice any other changes for the Eagles. Rosario came into the game very recently at third, moving Coffrin to right field. And on that exchange, Sanchez came out of the ball game, but it looks like all the other Eagles where they started off. And the first pitch, good fastball, but misses inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Aaron Tackis has a double and a run scored, and that double also drove in Parada in the first. Then a couple of fly balls into center. So 1 for 3, and the 1-0 pitch from Al Britton misses low. Want to thank everybody for joining us on the YouTube feed. Sorry if I missed your name pop up, but we always enjoy seeing who's watching from where. Here's the 2-0, and a fastball right down the middle. There's Mr. Robert Herrera. You got to say... Trying to say watch and say at the same time. I do that on occasion. Got to see Buster pitch, scoreless inning. And this one misses down low, and it makes the count 3-1. Tackix well ahead in the count. Al Britton winds and delivers, and a foul tip fills up the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Al Britton gets the sign, and he delivers. This one tails off the corner, misses outside, and Tackix is aboard on the walk. Thought I saw a right hand starting to flinch. Umpire left it down, and a runner at first, 1 out. Peyton Whitehead at the plate. Walked his last time up, nothing out of 2. Al Britton gets a good look at the runner. A breaking ball misses. Burns said throw to first. The ball gets away in the dirt, and Tackix will take second base. That will go as an error on the catcher, allowing Tackix to take second. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Whitehead looking to tack on an insurance run, and the pitch misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Very fast-paced ball game, about an hour and a half, and we're in the 6th. And the pitch, fastball lifted high towards right. Coffrin drops back, tries to get some momentum on the throw, makes the catch. A good strong throw, but it was a little too deep. It was on target. Rogers cuts it off wisely. Tackix takes third on the flyout. So 2 outs with a runner at third, and Alexander Soto steps up. Soto had a base hit his last time up. Has a runner at third, 2 outs. Albritton will wind up with that runner at third, and a good curveball in there for a strike. That one fooled me. It looked like a fastball up high, and it just dropped right in the middle of the zone. So the 0-1, there's a fastball that catches the inside corner for strike 2. A lot of movement on Albritton's pitches. That one started inside and tailed back over the corner. 2-strike pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 3, curveball on the outside rather. And Albritton would have gotten me on that too, because I looked wrong 2 out of those 3 pitches. Albritton walks 1 and leaves him stranded at third. Eagles coming up in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 5-0. Bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Eagles. They trail 5-0. Clem Marsilia is getting an opportunity to finish what he started, have a chance at a complete game and possibly a shutout. First man he will face is Danny Rosario, who's at the plate for the first time today. Curveball misses outside. Rosario came in defensively in the top of the 6th. Took over in the batting order, number 3 hole for Carlos Sanchez. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. A little bit low, but called at the knees. A late call. And the count is even at 1-1. Marsilia with the pitch, and this one's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles need some base runners. Get on base any way you can. Keep this inning alive. Two balls and a strike. And a pitch on the way. Good rip by Rosario, but he fouled it off. So the count now even at 2-2. And a pitch on the way. Misses inside. So Rosario has worked the count full. Very quiet bullpen now on the Montreat side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Foul tip, and Rosario stays alive. Just as I say that, a gentleman gets up and starts warming up, and this time he looks like he is getting ready to come into the game. Can't see who it is, however. Marcelia, though, wants to keep him in the bullpen. Long drive down the left field line and a base hit, and Rosario is aboard with a leadoff single. Caleb Albritton started off as the DH, now the pitcher for the Eagles. Has a runner at first, nobody out. Marcelia, only 4 hits on the day. That one right there off the bat of Rosario was number 4. And a pitch, a curveball, line drive, and a base hit into center. Rosario will stop at second. The Eagles get the first 2 men aboard. And we'll see what Coach Jason Beck has in mind. He does have a man warming up. Looks like pitching coach Michael Bonifay heading down to the bullpen to see if his reliever might be ready. David Quevedo steps up with 2 on and nobody out. Campanile not holding the runner, so Albritton getting a massive lead off first. Montreat leads by 5. They just need to knock down the ball and get somebody out. Quevedo has grounded to short and back to the pitcher. In fact, that was a 1-4-3 hit off the pitcher's glove. And then a nice play by then second baseman Caleb Henderson got the out at first. That pitch missed up high for ball 1. Marcelia's pitch swung on and missed. And Quevedo knows he had an opportunity to do some damage on that one. A little late on the fastball. 1-1. Rosario at second, Albritton at first, both singled. And a pitch on the way, a breaking ball popped up. Infield fly, batter's automatically out, and Parada makes the catch. Sammy Coffrin is 1 for 2. That one, a bunt single right down the third baseline his last time up. So 2 on, 1 out. Eagles have 2 outs left to work with. Marcelia again trying to finish off the complete game victory. Pitch on the way. This one is popped up and out of play. Coffrin hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman in the second, then beat out that bunt single in the 5th. No balls and a strike. And the pitch on the way. High pop foul, and this one's also out of play. Eagles 5 hits, counting the 2 here in the bottom half of the 7th. Looking for a few more. Hopefully keep this inning alive and mount a rally. No balls, 2 strikes, pitch on the way. In the dirt and blocked. So the count now 1-2. Marcelia has worked quickly all day long, but he has slowed things down in the 7th. Here comes the 1-2 after a long look in. Now the pitch. Line drive headed towards right field. That is down for a hit. Rosario had to hold up, make sure the ball wasn't caught, so he will advance to third. Albritton stops at second. That's a 3rd hit of the inning for the Eagles. hit number 6 overall, and Mark Rogers is up there with the bases loaded and 1 out. Hey, a couple more base runners might bring the potential tying run to the plate. One out, bases loaded, 3 singles. Rogers at the plate, first pitch in the dirt. Rogers has popped up to the right fielder in shallow outfield and grounded back to the pitcher. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball that stays up high. Rogers looking for one. He can drive and try to get home at least 1 run. Rosario, Albritton, and Coffrin have all singled their way aboard. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball right at the knees for strike 1. Seen some great pitching in this ball game. Eagles bullpen and then Clem Marsilia going the distance thus far. The 2-1. Good rip by Rogers, but he fouled it back. Trying to take that outside pitch the other way and drive home a pair. Two balls, 2 strikes. Burnside hoping for an opportunity on deck. Double play would end it. And here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, struck him out, throw down to first. Might have had the runner, but it was wide of the bag. There are 2 outs. Marsilia with his 5th strikeout. Eagles have 1 out left, and standing at the plate is the catcher, Daniel Burnside. So Marsilia having all the confidence of his coaching staff in a jam, but could get out with 1 more out. Burnside at the plate, and the first pitch in the dirt, but blocked by Whitehead. Saw Parada coming in from behind on the throw back to the pitcher. So youngsters, especially with a runner on third, if you're playing the middle infield, back up that throwback from the catcher. That's a live ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Long look, now the pitch. Long fly ball, well hit down the left field line. It is hooking foul. That may have cleared the bases, but Burnside just a little out in front, and it was foul clearly by about 6 or 7 feet. Nothing but a long strike. All 3 runners return to their bases. Coffrin, very good speed at first. Most likely would have scored. Count even at 1-1. And a pitch on the way. In the dirt, and another nice block by Whitehead. Nothing has gotten past him. So 2-1. Sweeney the on-deck hitter. And if the Eagles can keep it alive, that would bring the top of the order to the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball should end the ball game. Parada fields, throws to first in time, and that'll do it for today's doubleheader. Eagles get 3 hits in the inning but do not score. The final score, Montreat College 5, Trinity Baptist nothing. Montreat also won game 1 by a score of 5-2. Our player of the game here in the nightcap, Clem Marsilia, 7 scoreless innings, 6 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Michael Camacho takes the loss for the Eagles, but the bullpen, 5 2/3 scoreless innings as well. So great pitching on the field here this afternoon. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Dean Bureau's our cameraman. I'm Ray Bureau. Good night. God bless you from